All right, am I live? Okay, let's get this centered. All right, how's everyone doing tonight? This is my first time going live here at my actual layout. So here it is in all of its glory. So stick with me, guys. I'm just trying to... Here's my ugly mug. I'm just trying to figure out this live stream stuff. It's kind of new to me. So let's see. We got 6 viewers. I don't know what I'm going to talk about tonight. Maybe just what's going on with the layout and show you guys some new stuff. Well, a new toy I've recently bought. So let's see. We got Turtle Time. How you doing? Caltrain Kid. Kyle is HO Chessie Cumberland Division. And Kenward Griffin Jr. How you guys all doing? So hopefully later on we'll get some more viewers. But all right, guys. Well, here you're now seeing my layout. I know it's not too big, but you know what? I'll work with what I got. And at least I got something, right? So this layout has been built 6 years ago, and so it's still in progression. School, full-time, and going to work. Part-time really sets the layout time back, but you know what? Work with what we got. So it's Friday night. I'm feeling in the mood for a live stream and show you guys what's up. So as you see, scenery-wise and cosmetics of it are still in progress. I still got to get rock faces all created and made. As far as I know, this hill right here is finished. Of course, I just got to put trees all over it, and that'll be done. And the rest of these mountains, like I said, I got the plaster cloth all put on, yet it's still to be painted and put rock castings on. So, and again, there's pretty much an overview, and yes, you see my one train running. My Pride and Joy the layout. And that's another locomotive I got 2 years ago, both with sound. Modern mixed freight is what I'm pulling. That right there is a custom car. Thank you to Campbell Rice, who made it for me. So our little training area here in my basement. And as you obviously see right there, there's some decorations to indicate, yes, this is my train area. So, of course, you got to have your classic railroad crossing sign. Union Pacific sign I got because obviously that's what I model. This was a train I rode 3 years ago, the Grand Canyon. It was a nice trip. We stayed on the west tip of the canyon. Gorgeous. So, and if you guys notice right here, here's a little speaker, and then that's how my layout's getting power right now. So unplug this and I'll let it go dead. But anyways, this up here is just a speaker so I can listen to music or listen to our podcast, What's Neat This Week, that we create. So there's some other Union Pacific stuff and other fun little signs. Like if you read this one, don't question the engineer's judgment. And last thing I need is more trains, but on the other hand, I want more trains. It's always a want in this hobby. I love it. My train of thought, but then this one I got is a hoax. That's around Christmas time. Whatever, let's not focus on that. Here's my mixed freight again. Looks like we got some more viewers. How are you guys all doing? I'm going to try to call you out. Let's see. Do a live chat. There we go. All right. Sorry, I'm recording here on my phone, but at least I'm getting good wireless Wi-Fi reception. Huh. All right, and as you see here, here's kind of the back portion of my layout. And here's the beginning phases of getting my town in order, and then, of course, it's all dusty, and I got to dust this all off, clean it up, finished a road bridge over there, and then put some crossing gates over here, and then that area should be done. So right now I just got 3 buildings just so I can get a footprint idea of how they're going to be laid out. Oh, I don't know if this one has got to go back and straighten out. There we go. So, here, let me know in the comments, guys, what you want me to go over here tonight for the layout. Here's my yard, 5-track yard. Well, typically 4 tracks for holding some freight cars, and then this is going to be my caboose/rip track. And then what you got here is a Pike Stuff 2-bay engine facility, and I got some locomotives in the facility. 2 Athearn GP38s, and then a International Hobby Corporation steam engine with the Soundtrax Econami in it. So, all right. Now, you notice how much of this train stuff I got? Yeah, it accumulates real quick. Thank goodness I got these shelves. This is helping me a lot. So, all right. Anywho, let's go on ahead, and I guess, yeah, let's go. Here, let me show you guys what I bought recently. It's cool to have a job, earn money. I got a recent raise too, so I was able to upgrade my DCC system to the Evolution. This is the tethered version, not duplex, because I already have the duplex radio transmitter and 2 duplex throttles, so I didn't need the duplex version, and the duplex would have cost me about $500. This for my hobby shop is like $380 something. Retail's $450. So, but I think that's an okay deal. Now let me show you. Here's of course the underside and the brains of my operation right there. New DCS 210. I originally had the DCS 51 Zephyr Extra, which that has been replaced now by a new Zephyr Express DCC starter system. So, go over the system real quick with you guys. Basically, what comes with the kit, you get a power supply, you get the DCS 210, which is a 5 or 8 amp command station / booster. You get, like I said, if you get either the standard tethered with the UP5, you'll get the DT500 tethered, and then if you get the other version, you'll get the wireless duplex with the UR92. So, nothing's new with the DT500 throttles. It's just the fact that they've, I think, put a few more extra features in it, and they've upgraded the system. Like, for example, if we, let's say, it used to be 3-digit switches, go 999. Now you can go up to 9,999 switches, which I think is phenomenal. So if you got a big club layout, you can really number the switches accordingly. So, over here is an Athearn Genesis DDA 40X that I got taken apart. Factory sound decoders pretty much took a crap, so I think I'm thinking about putting a Tsunami 2 in it. We'll see how that'll work out. I'm sure that'll work out okay. And so here's some more boxes and other knickknacks here and there and stuff. So, all right, so let's see who else we got. It looks like we got Nathan DeLay. How are you doing this evening? PDRR Engineer. How are you doing tonight? So, what's really neat, oh, it's kind of dark. There we go. Here's pretty much status here, my workbench. It has changed drastically over the past 2 years, and got a lot of other just stuff thrown around. Down here, some future projects that I'm working on. This has a DCC and LED lights already installed. It's just I got to paint up the shell. That's an Athearn locomotive I got to put an Econami into, and then that's another Athearn Econami project that I'm working on. And of course, as you see, here's my workbench. And then there's my rack of tools. And thank goodness I got this rack, because otherwise my tools have been scattered in all these drawers and whatnot, and they're kind of filled up with other tools, other stuff like that. Here's my drawer pretty much for manuals and decoder information and all that other stuff. So, let's see, how's school? Well, you know what? This semester is kind of taken, this semester is kind of a killer. It's just nothing really much but electrical, and it's almost like we're being trained to be electricians, which I've been talking to some older guys in the industry and the trade, and they said, the one guy at my church says, if you know the computers, you're going to be well in the diesel trade. But you know what? Overall, I'm liking it a lot better than high school. So, and like I said, it's just the electrical stuff is very hard and it's tedious. You got to know exactly what's wrong with it, and you can't screw it up. So let's say you short something out, and something called the engine control module, which is the whole brains of the computer diagnostics. ECM is bad news if it roaches. If I was in a shop and I did that, I'd pretty much be fired, or I would be, disciplined severely. But anyways, other than that, Nathan Delay, I'm just curious, can I see the... You know what, Nathan? I'm trying to think. I might just have it up on display somewhere. But I don't know if I did take it down. I don't know, Nathan. There's a lot of stuff going on that I'm just going to have to take a look and look around and see. So, anyways, is that net light finally on? Huh. Using my Y-throttle control box with Digitrax to operate the train. And then here's my computer trying to... Oh, why is the screen black? Yep, I gotta shut it off, restart it again. Alright, let's get this on again. Let that fire up. And under here, here's some more ACC locomotive projects. That one's a Walthers Proto Jeep 60 I got for Christmas. And I just immediately took out all the DCC ready components. This is what came in with from the factory when I first opened it up. Originally had a Tsunami 2 2200 plugged in, but it wasn't enough room, so decided not to risk it. So I'm just going to put a board replacement Tsunami 2 in there. And then under there, this guy's an Athearn SD50 older run. I haven't got the newer run yet. But hopefully that'll change, and I'll plan on maybe getting one of the new ones with Economy. So, and then up here, here's my test track. This is where I can also run trains and do programming via the computer. As you see here, here's how that happens. My PR3's hooked up through LocoNet. Got my power supply for programming, and then you got the 2 track outputs to your programming track, and then you got the USB connection to your computer. So again, that is how I also get the computer to operate with the layout and with JMRI to program. So, tell you what, why don't you guys just hang tight here for a little bit. I gotta put the phone down. Let's put it down somewhere where you want to watch some action. Maybe. Where's a cup? I want to use my cup trick. Phone and a cup. I don't know where a cup is right now. I'll blast it. All right. I'm going to set you guys down here, and you can watch the train run around. is if it'll stay. I gotta get a tripod for my phone. It's getting annoying. Actually, so this guy out. Oh, I know what I can talk about. That's right. I know. Hold on a minute. Going ahead and all right. Eddie Mack? Wait a minute. What did he say? Brandy and I are going to the. Oh, Eddie, are you Edward? Oh, Edward, is that you? Sorry, guys. I think I got a comment here from Eddie Mack that I think I know who he is. Well, hot dog, how are you doing, sir? All right, let's idle it. Yeah, let's shut that sound off. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear you're doing great. Tell you what, this face. How am I gonna make this work? All right, so you guys are gonna hold on a minute. I gotta grab something. So some of you know from what's neat. I recently made a purchase from Caboose Hobbies in Lakewood. All right. I'm really excited about these three. Ready? Bam. I have now got all three of the Athearn SD40-2 snoot nose locomotives. Two with the factory installed economy. The middle one, 1616, has a Soundtrax mobile in it. But you know what? The two economies and this squished in between, I love it. Lash up. This is one of my favorite lash ups. I mean, this is too. Probably got to put my Dash 9 in that lash up tonight. But anyways, I'll get these out for you guys and let them run. Show you guys how they sound. They sound and run very, very well. And good job, Athearn, on these. I love them. Unfortunately, these are discontinued models from, I think, mid-2016. So they're out there. Just you got to look real hard. So, yeah. Wait a minute. Let's see. I think I just had something. Let's see. What are the plans for the layout? All right, to answer that question, very simple. The plans, obviously, finish up my cosmetics, scenery. Now, you guys are thinking, well, what the heck's with some of these foam and these track sections you just put down? Well, I had an issue with the bridge I hand-built 2 years ago, and my Broadway Limited ES44 wouldn't be taking the curve. It kept derailing over here. So I'm like, I got to fix it. It's getting annoying. So I unfortunately decided to scrap making this a pond area. And I also scrap making a I might make this like a little, like somewhat of a creek. Well, overflow creek. I don't know. I got to figure it out. But this is all just temporary until I can figure out how to make this all landscaped in. See, when this layout was put down 5 years ago, if I would have been smarter, I would have left the foaming as it was. But I'm like, I thought I wanted a pond, or a lake rather, so I did. Cut it out, and now I come up to this point, and I'm like, this is stupid. So that's why track sections are not ballasted. Story on this section and why it's not ballasted or why I had to rip it up is because I had the issue of the bridge. There's a bridge right here. I didn't want that either. So I cut that out, and of course I got this temporary foam insert. But it looks like I need to get a new piece of track, because if you look close, it's curved. It's kind of chamfered in. And that's kind of, it runs right now, but I just got to get another section of track for my hobby shop and get this section replaced. But for now, it works. So, anyhow, let's go ahead then, if I can set it up on the, well, I don't want to set it up on my Athearn engine. Sorry for moving around so much, making you guys sick probably. Let's see, what am I gonna do? All right, tell you what, let's back these two bad boys up. Let's see. All right, my computer's loaded up. And here, let's see if I can just, let's see. There we go. All right, so let's open up 1581. Get this guy on the track first. Nicely packaged in, and there's the first one. I don't know, is this one reverse? Yeah, this one was third. Third unit out. Take off the foam. All right. Just leave that in the box. In case if I do need to sell it later, but for right now, I'm not selling these things. These are, again, my pride and joys of the layout. Also my 1943. So that's that first box. I said not to set up layout, stupid. What are you doing? Set it over here. Yeah, you guys can now tell. Okay, look at this. You can tell now I got 1, 2, 3. Well, you get the idea of how many locomotives I got. My layout's only 5 by 10. I'm trying to come out here and expand, but we got some stuff in the way. Trying to maybe put a staging yard like right in this area, if I can curve it out far enough. But that's down the road. I got to figure it out. So, but yeah, you see there's some clutter around here, and this is like a tent or something. I don't know why it's down here in my training area, but I guess I'll have to sit there until I can figure out where to put it. So, anyhow, all right, let's get the rest. All right, everyone, here's a second out of 3 units. The 6. Oh, wait a minute. I think I might have a solution here. All right, can you guys still hear me okay? Audio still coming in crystal clear, or is it cutting out? Just want to make sure my Wi-Fi is not... Well, if my Wi-Fi was going out, it would start scrambling. So. All right, let's get the engines here. All right, 1616 set. Oh, wait a minute, did I? Have I have it faced the other way? I don't know. All right. Thank you, Kyle. Indian Head River, or Indian Head Valley. All right, good, good. Wow, dynamic brakes up. I just can't wait for... Hopefully a future company will invent wireless connected LEDs so you don't have to put up with wires. Okay, well there goes the dynamic brake on that one. Some of these dynamic brakes are a pain to put on a lot of these Athearns, but... Alright, let's try something. first take out the foam handrail inserts. Now here's my sleeve. Here's 1616. All right. Alrighty, folks, there's the trio of SD40Ns. The reason why these are three of my favorite is because if you guys that watch the podcast know that Ken lives on a bluff outside of St. Louis, Missouri, and he lives on the bluff of the Mississippi facing toward Illinois out to the east. And basically there's a train track down below, and that's the Union Pacific DeSoto sub. And they occasionally have a local that works DeSoto Yard in DeSoto, Missouri, and comes up to St. Louis, switches the industries around there, and heads back. But down in DeSoto, I think there's the car repair shops for Union Pacific, so that's where they refurbish, repair, and rebuild freight cars from the ground up. So it's basically, like I said, freight car overhaul, repairs, repaints, stuff like that. All right, well, cross your fingers if I can get this without pinching any of the wires. That's another thing with some projects. You just never know when the wires are pinched until you turn it on and it's like it doesn't work. You're like, what the heck? And then all of a sudden you thinking, oh, wire got pinched, dang it. All right, well, get on there. Get on. Of course. Okay, come on. Come on. Sit down right on there. Set. All right. Well, this is going to get as it's going to get. All right. Set that over there. Alrighty. Let's go ahead. You know, I just love the Wi-Fi technology. It saves you so much money than buying the handheld throttles, but I do have one that's tethered. But this is the cheapest because, of course, it's tethered. I mean, it does have infrared, so as long as you got a UR90 or UR92, you'll be fine on infrared. I got a couple UP5 strewn around, but I rarely use them. But the wrong reason why I have them installed on that side, over there, and then like over back there, and over there, is because, well, okay, so this one was my first one that I ever got with the UT4 to plug into my Zephyr, control the trains from. So I basically have a small, decent-sized little Loconet system. And then here's a UP5 on my workbench. So, of course, if I needed to tether it in my throttle while I'm testing an engine running it, I can do that. And there's one of my, there's my duplex, my 402D. It's not operating right now because I got to charge. Batteries are currently on charge right there. So, all right, enough of me yabbling. Let's get these engines running, shall we? Let's make my own DeSoto Loco. I'm trying to think. Is this? Yeah, it's 65. All right, well, that's a good sign. There they go. Aha! I got the lash up right. Oh. Forgot to set the switchback. All right, now we should be set to roll. And here we go. I know it was unprototypical startup, but anyways. I know, Kyle, they are. They're just beautiful. I love them. Can't go wrong with Ather and ready to roll. I mean, it's just phenomenal what they're doing now with putting economy in, and eventually, I suspect that Soundtrax, when they announced Tsunami 3, or whatever they named the next generation of Tsunami after this Tsunami 2, and they decided it's time to replace the Tsunami 2 stuff, Tsunami 3, Tsunami X? I guess it'd be a good title. What I'm saying is just that when that comes around, they'll probably put Tsunami 2s in the Ready to Roll lineup. So, alright, switch back the camera. And the detail on these is just phenomenal. I mean, it is down to the nitty-gritties. It's almost equivalent to the Genesis models that are being produced right now. So, oh, I think I had a Twisted Mowers. Going to see Mopac? What do you mean? Just like a Mopac locomotive tonight, or movie maybe? I don't know. So yeah, there's kind of my Mixed Union Pacific Freight. All right, I'm gonna let these bad boys run. Oh, Mopac Heritage. All right. Oh, speaking of Heritage engines, when the George Bush train was completed, 4141 in 1943 came down to Dupont, Illinois, and that's a town over the river and up north, about maybe just about a half an hour from St. Louis. Unfortunately, work scheduled me on the day the locomotives were there, and I just didn't really have any time to go visit them. I was a bit bummed out that I didn't have a chance to go see them. But I do know that a lot of rail buffs around the St. Louis area did get good photographs, so I just was like, oh, okay, there they are. But, you know what, being a diesel mechanic, doing that here in trade school, I'm just like, all right, hang on. Nathan Delay. Nathan, on a scale of 1 to 10, 0 or 1 if I'm lucky. You can educate me on the Reading and Northern. I'm just UP, more modern day. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know. These locomotives, like I said, are almost equivalent to detail as the Genesis models. All right, well, be safe at work, Kyle. All right. Oh, so let me show you. This is what happens when you get started in the hobby when you're 6 years old. You get your first train set, and then all of a sudden, stuff kept piling and piling and piling. and it's just continuously stacking. Oh boy, it's gotta stop sometime, unless it doesn't. I don't know. Alright. Zoom in here on my engines. Alrighty, let's let those run. Let's do a little bit of a. Alright, now's your guys' time to open up to me. Maybe ask me some stuff for the next, I think. Where's the clock? I don't have a clock down here. Well, that doesn't help. Huh. I am MRO. Alright, how you doing tonight? Hold on a second. I gotta get my chair. Ugh. Okay. Wait, what do we have? Alright. I'm glad to hear that. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead. So going ahead and just ask me some stuff. Maybe just want to chat for a little bit longer. I'm not going to be here too long. Maybe cut it off at an hour. So, but I'm trying right now. I'm trying to scramble so I can keep you guys entertained. What else can I talk about that's around this place? Oh! Now, if you guys know from what's neat, I have told you I have been excessively collecting Union Pacific Fruit Express cars about a year or two ago. Well, they've been sitting in this drawer now for about a couple months, and I haven't touched them since. I'm willing to pull them out, but it's a hobby. You can do whatever you want, because I don't know yet. I got to think about it. If I just want to go ahead and sell this whole train, or just box it away or put it on a shelf somewhere. But this is my first unit train that I've collected. So, and then here's another drawer with just some miscellaneous different cars, and I got a coal unit that I barely ran. Well, I actually ran the coal unit during Christmas. I had a loop with 22-inch radius curves around my 3 O-gauge 3-rail stuff running around the Christmas tree this past Christmas. So, and then the big drawer. Oh my gosh. Yep, and listen, these 3 bags, I don't know, a gentleman I bought these from a guy who handmade scenery and watched me from the podcast, and is like, well, if you pay a bit of a price, you can have it. I can't really recall the guy's name. I don't know. This is just all scenery. All this is track template kit called Gandy Dancer, but there's a lot of other just miscellaneous mishmash of stuff down here. I don't know what is exactly down here. Beats me. And then in here, oh my gosh. That's a mess. I know. So much stuff. And got a few drill power tools, voltmeter, your box of parts and Katie couplers, wheel sets and such. That I got them all nicely organized in this little box. So, of course, so whenever I do couplers, everyone says that Katie is the best, and I really love Katie's, and I got a whole bunch of number 5s, maybe some number 146s, and a few with whisker springs. So what I do, but I still save my old couplers from whatever I'm taking it off, like a locomotive or freight car, and I put them in this bin. And then if I feel like going to a train show and selling it to someone who would like it, or just give them to people who want them, pretty much I'll do that. So, and then of course you got your bronze think this is all bronze. Yeah, these are bronze washers or spring boxes. So and then I got a couple of Athearn dog bone gear shaft parts. This is for either an F59 or SD40-2. I don't know, is that front? That's rear. And a couple old wheel sets, screws for, oh, those are motor mount screws for Athearns. So, stuff from that. And let's see. All right. It looks like my computer here has finally decided to power on. I'm going to give you guys here a little glimpse of how I edit some of my YouTube videos. Bear in mind, I only have Windows Movie Maker because it was free, and I didn't really... Oh, hold on. I think something just shorted out. I guess it reset itself. So let me show you guys where I do my YouTube stuff, if I can. Come on. You would think that technology makes our lives easier, when sometimes it decides not to work and then it doesn't want to function properly. Alright, anyways. I'm going to go on ahead and flip this guy around. See if I can. Put it down like this. Alright. So basically, you guys are all encouraged to just leave comments here on this live stream. But like I said, I might get off after an hour. Wrap it up. So... let's move it like this. Sorry, my hand's in the way. No. There we go. All right. So, of course, while waiting for the movie media to fire up here, and it's going through its typical slow starting procedure. Oh, I hate these nights when it's doing this. All right, well, you know what? I think pretty much probably going to get off here, but for 5 more minutes, all I'm going to say is for those of you tuned to What's Neat, we got another podcast we're creating this Saturday night. And of course, it happens when it happens, and hopefully he should have it uploaded Monday-ish. He's been pretty good about it. Like, he's been getting it done Monday, but again, if more projects get in the way for Athearn, Bachmann, doing more photography for someone else, etc., he will delay it until Tuesday, at the latest Wednesday. So feel free to tune in for that. I don't know what the agenda is for this week, but we'll see you tomorrow. Not responding. Come on, movie. There it goes. Sorry, Movie Maker was trying to respond. Also, I want to say the other layout that I did my last live feed on, it was actually at a grandparent's house. And again, it was my grandpa's old Lionel MTH stuff. And now I'm thinking about also modeling O-gauge over there. So whenever I get my paychecks, bits at a time, I'll 1 week or one paycheck, I'll go to Mark Twain, the hobby shop up in St. Charles. It's local to me. That's where I get a lot of my stuff from. What am I trying to say? Get O-gauge stuff like track or whatever. And then another paycheck period, I'd go to get my HO scale stuff like Soundtrax decoders, or like, well, this last purchase really set me back a lot of money. But not much else I could really talk about, guys. So give this video a like, maybe a dislike, comments down below, and I will try another live stream again. Hopefully this summer I will do it at the St. Louis Live Steamers Model Railroad, or not Model Railroad Club, but the St. Louis Live Steamers Club out in Eureka, Missouri that I volunteer at. Like live steam trains you can ride on. So I'll take one more question, and that is from PDRR Engineer. Do you have those 3 engines set up using advanced consisting? Yes, indeed I do. So real quick, of course, a lot of you guys know I'm a DCC guy, and you know, in my opinion, it's really easy to just, where are they? Just advanced consystem. I know the Digitrax system, for example, you can just take your throttle, all right? Let's see. Oh. So basically, you know, if you wanted to consist locomotive here on this particular system, you'd hit locomotive. This is basically the lead locomotive. It's always a left knob that appears to be the one you can MU into the consist. So, for example, you select, let's see, 8181, 8108. And then you hit that. Let's say it's locomotive. We're just going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. Enter. And then you would hit MU. It says plus or minus, add, plus to add, minus to remove. You'd hit plus, and then it's set in that direction that you consisted it to. And then you basically turn this throttle, and that's this basically your lead locomotive. When you do this, when you do that manual consisting like I just did, it works, but if the layout shorts out or shuts down in the middle of a session, it'll basically sometimes lose that consist, and you got to re-enter everything in. I just go on ahead and advanced consystem, and when it shorts out, the decoders are already pre-programmed with the advanced consist. So, for example, this one is 43. You're supposed to do 2 digits, or it can go up to 120, 0 to 127 consist. That, I believe, is, yeah, it's 65 for the 3. This is 94. So I'm sure a lot of you guys here are getting the idea that, yes, it's easier just to advance consystem, but if you want to manually make a consist, that's all right. I'm not objective to that. So, alrighty, everyone. Like I said, I'm probably going to get off here. Great live stream. Hope you guys all have a fabulous Friday night, and stay tuned for What's Neat This Week, Saturday night. Take it easy.